Hello YouTube, it's Rob from Maxwell's Grass Cutting Services based here in the northeast of England. Today I just want to do a video on marketing and how I achieved my first 20 customers and how you can achieve your first 20 customers if you're starting out in the gardening grass cutting business. And when I started out, I didn't have a great knowledge about how to run a business. So I was very fortunate that we've got a local college called Gateshead College, and they ran a 10-week course, night school, 2 hours per week. And the course was called How Do You Run Your Own Business? How to Start a Small Business. And it was £60 for 10 weeks, 10 2-hour lessons, and it was invaluable. It taught me a lot, and I'm going to share some of that with you. Now, I know some people will be watching this thinking, well, we know how to run a business, but if there's one person out there who doesn't and it helps them, I'll be pleased. So how did I get my first 20 customers? Well, you need an online presence. You know, back in the day, the yellow pages used to be king, didn't it? If anybody wanted a tradesperson, they'd go and pick the book out the drawer, have a look through, and they'd pick what they thought was the best advert. But them days have gone. We now need an online presence, a digital presence. And for me, there's 4 main areas in your digital marketing strategy that you need to get right. And it's equal to the work you do, because if you don't get the business in, doesn't matter how good you are at mowing lawns or how good you are at gardening, you need customers, because customers create money and money pays the bills. And you know, we're running a business, aren't we? We're not doing it for free. So the 4 areas. The first one is Facebook. For me, people overlook Facebook. Creating a Facebook business page is one of the most invaluable things I did, and it's free, costs you nothing. What it does, it's a start of your online presence. And I created mine. At first it was a little bit tricky, but I went onto YouTube, and there's a guy called 5 Minute Social. Check out his channel, I'll put it in the link below. But he does some wacky 10-minute, 5-minute videos, and they're all a lesson. It shows you how to build a Facebook business page and how to do it successfully, and what the bad business page looks like and what a good business page looks like. And that was my first thing I did. I created a business page, and then I did weekly posts. Why weekly? Well, if you put it just on your business page, the only people who are going to see it are people who you've invited to or people who have liked it. And that's normally your friends and family, but you want a wider audience. So you share it in groups. For example, we've got a group in the northeast. There's an area in the northeast called Gosforth. It's very affluent. And there's one of the groups there called Gosforth Mums. So I joined Gosforth Mums, and they allow you, like most groups, to do 1 post per week. So I've joined about 20-25 groups, so I can target the audience to the people who I want to work for. And every Sunday I do 1 post, and I'll give an example of a post down below. So if people aren't sure what to put, this is me. It's not perfect, and I'm not saying I'm brilliant at it, but if it helps one person and they cut and paste it and use it, great. And what I do is I change them every week, and I put a few nice photographs of lawns I've cut, and I share that with up to 20 groups, or I used to when I first started. And every time I shared it on a Sunday afternoon, because I thought that's when people are at home. That's where people are at home, they've got a bit of free time. They're probably spending time in the garden, they're probably checking out the Facebook apps, etc. And it was hugely successful. Some of the posts reached an audience of over 9,000 people. I'm not saying 9,000 people looked at it, but the audience, it said on the business page, you'd reach 9,000. And I used to get 3, 4, 5 sort of inquiries per post. And then what I'd do is I'd work out what's good work, what's bad work, and then you'd go and give you quotes, and it worked a treat. The second one is Google. Google's massive, and it's something that every business needs to be on. Now, you create a Google business page, and then you link it to Google Maps, and then again you can put updates on this like you can on your Facebook page. And what that does, it gives you an online presence. Now, I wasn't au fait with Google when I first started, so again I turned to YouTube, and there's a guy called Zanet, spelled Z-A-N-E-T, He's a bit of a computer geek, and he does, again, 5 to 10 minute lessons on how to achieve the best results from Google. And guess what? That's free. And it links to the maps, it links to where your business is. So if somebody 5 streets away types in grass cutting, lawn mowing, gardening in your area, you'll come up very high on the list because you've linked it to your Google page, to your maps page, and the algorithm that it uses, it means that you don't have to pay money for sponsorship, and you'll get a lot of inquiries from that. So Google Maps, Google page, business, Facebook business page, both free, and you can both generate loads of inquiries from that. The third one for me is a website. Now, the downside of a website is it costs you money and you have to spend money. However, when I first started looking into it, I realized it wasn't as expensive as I thought. And for me, it offers you credibility. Back in the old days, if you just had a mobile phone on your van, people would think, oh, a bit dodgy, hasn't got a landline. Now, that's sort of moved on now. Everybody recognises that having just a mobile phone is quite normal. But I still think if you haven't got a website, you lack a little bit of credibility. And now I'm sure there's loads of people out there who have run successful businesses in the gardening industry without a website. But for me, it just adds a little bit of credibility and a little bit of professionalism. Now, I don't have the skills to build a website and manage a website. So I went out and found somebody who could do it for me. And the company I use is called yoursimplesite.co.uk. The guy there is called Chris. Drop him a line. And he built the website and he runs it for me, and it costs £9.99 a month. You know, that's £119.98 a year, 32p a day, and it's great value. And all you do is you send them a bit of a spiel about what you do, what industry you're in, a few photographs, and he produces a website, sends it back. You say yay or nay, and then it's online. And then every few months I send him a few photographs via email. He takes photographs off the oldest ones or the ones I don't want anymore, and then puts them on. He does everything. It's absolutely brilliant. And then what I did is I linked the website into the Google business page. So when somebody goes onto your Google business page, not only have you got your page, your area you're from, you've got a website as well that they can link into, and that increases your online presence and generates more work. But how do you know that the website's working for you? Well, one of the pages on the website is a contact form, and customers just put on their email address, and a quick message is what they're looking for, and then they press send. That goes to simplesite.co.uk, yoursimplesite.co.uk. They send an automatic email to you with the details. So you know how many emails you're getting from your website, and I'm getting 3 or 4 a week, every week. So it pays for itself. And one of my first jobs I got from it was a £50 fortnightly mowing lawn, £50 fortnightly mowing job, which is 18 visits a year. So what's that, £900 a year? So already it's paid for itself. And I just think it looks so much more professional. And the final one for your online presence, which is free again, and I think people forget about it, is yell.com. Now, I've said that Yellow Pages, I think it's dead, it's finished, isn't it? But yell.com, there's still a lot of people trust it and go on it. And you can register for free, and you get a free sort of small advert, and you can link your website, and it links to Google on there. And what happens is you'll register, you can send a few photographs, you can get people to leave positive feedback, and it all helps to increasing your online presence and generating interest and generating customers. What you will do is you'll get an employed person from yell.com giving you a ring and trying to sell you an updated advert. After 5 minutes of listening to him, I said, look, you're a lovely fella, but my budget's gone. I haven't got any more money in the pot for advertising this year. I may have in the future, but can you help me increase my online presence? And he said he was doing a little thing, search in the background. He was putting spiders together, whatever that means. He was looking at hashtags, and he did a little bit of work for me. And he said it increased my online presence by doing what he'd done. What he did, I don't know. But after a week or two, because these things take time, I found that my Google page was getting lots of hits. My website was getting lots of hits. my Facebook page was generating, and I was getting emails from the Yale.com site. And this all helped me very quickly achieve 20 what I would call quality customers, because you've got to pick your work. You know, we run our own business, and part of being self-employed is having the ability to say, I don't want that job, but I do want that job. And I continue to advertise. So every Sunday I still put a Facebook post on my Facebook business page, and I still cut and paste that over to Google business page, because I think the more you do it, it gives you credibility, and then it also keeps your pages and your internet presence active, so it makes it easier for people to search. And even if you're at a position where you've, for example, if you only want 60 customers, 60 customers is your maximum, 30 one week, 30 next, and then you rotate them fortnightly. There'll always be times where you think, that customer's a bad payer, or I'm fed up of picking dog mess up off that lawn, or you know what, I've underpriced that, I'm going to have to increase the price, and then the customer doesn't want it, or the customer moves house. So for me, marketing is a continued cycle throughout the year to try and achieve better customers and grow your business. So that's my 2 penneth on how I achieved my first 20 customers as a lawn, grass cutting, gardening business based in the northeast of England. And it's 4 areas: Facebook business page, Google business page, a website, and Yale.com. And an online presence for me is so important. It just helps you. You know, you spend all this money on equipment, and you don't want to be sat in the house not working like I am today, because the rain's horrendous and we can't work in the rain, not like today. So I thought I'd make this video. If you like what you've seen, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me grow the channel. I'm relatively new to this business. I've been a professional gardener now for just over 3 years. My channel's new, and you can come on my journey and see how the business grows. I'm going to do more videos on equipment, what I use, what I started with, what I think's the minimum amount of equipment you need, and what equipment I would like to purchase. But it's a slow journey. You can't go out and buy it all in one day. Rome wasn't built in a day. And the next video I'm going to do is how to win quotes. Now, I'm not an expert, but I did get some really good tips from the course I went on, and I seem to do well when I quote for work. And I think part of that is the help that I got from Gateshead College and the tips they gave me on what to do and what not to do. And if I can help somebody, if it helps somebody starting out in this business, well, that's brilliant. Okay, so thank you very much. I've spoke for about 14 minutes now, which is far too long. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.